Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Food Junkie coming at you today. This is my first live ever, and I just want to say a couple things that been on my mind and that's been going on. Um, I've heard and read and saw some tragic news about a fellow YouTuber content creator, Mona Simone. Now, although it's April 1st, I don't know if this is a April Fool's joke, a hoax, a cry for attention, or anything like that. I don't know, but I'm taking it as something being serious and being true and being real. It was reported that she has taken her own life. She has taken her own life, I should say. And in doing so, I would like to send my condolences out to her loved ones, her family, her friends, her subscribers, her anyone that's close to her that knew her personally. Now, I never knew her personally. I never really watched her or followed her, but her name has always been around these YouTube streets and in videos and in my ear and things like that. Recently, she has come under some very serious charges, basically, and has been involved in several different beats with several different YouTube content creators. And the report says she took her own life. She committed suicide. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm taking it as it is. I am one to think that it is very serious. And I want to say to all the people who she was beefing with or going back and forth with, please do not allow yourself to be taken out of who you are. Do not allow the pettiness on these YouTube streets to um, make you different than who you are or something that you're not. Um, Always be mindful of who you are at your core. Always be respectful of that. Never allow someone or something such as this tragic incident, if it is true, to allow you to feel guilty about anything. It's not your fault. It's nothing you did, nothing that you could have done. And that's the same thing that goes to her family and things of that nature. As things that touch me or things that I report on, I always have a story about it as well. I remember growing up, and like I said, previous videos, I wasn't the most perfect person. I wasn't the best child. I wasn't the best friend. I wasn't the things that I should have been as a child or growing up, I should say. What I did was I got into a fight with a young man, and about a week later, he died. He was hit by a car, actually ran over by a truck. So I personally took that as something that I shouldn't have done. The fight was stupid. The fight was meaningless. The fight was something that was I could have avoided doing. But the fact that I did it, um, it happened. So at his funeral, I was distraught. I was upset. I was crying. I was just totally inconsolable. And people were wondering why I was that way because they knew that him and I never really got along. I just felt guilty that I didn't apologize for my part in that situation. So I understand. Well, I'm going to understand what's going on today and how the people involved may feel. I can relate to the fact that it's not always a good situation to have someone leave before you had the opportunity to actually um, make up with them or put aside your differences just to be human to one another once again. So I understand that aspect. But this is a deeper message for the whole YouTube content creating community in general. These beefs are not real. These interactions, while they may be real, they're not or should not be your only interaction you have in your life. There are people that you come in contact with on a daily basis, your family, your friends, coworkers, and things of that nature. We have become a society that is so caught up in this virtual world that we have lost the art of connecting with one another on a human basis. We have lost the art of connecting with one another on a personal basis. We have been so inclined recently in the past couple of years to use virtual means to connect with people, opposed to having that personal connection with someone. I am a new YouTuber. I am someone who actually started this because of the beef that's been going on. And I know that this is not real. This is not real at all. What this is a way for me to communicate with you in order for you to get to know me, and hopefully I get to know you. This is a means to an end for me. This is a brand for me. I understand that. It took me a long time to get on this platform because I didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't want to be the person that was a virtual success opposed to a success in reality. It's never good to be successful on a computer and you can't show yourself or prove yourself in the real world. But I know with the way things are going and the way branding is going, you have to be able to do both. You have to be able to have the chops to make it virtually, and you also have to have the chops to make it, in the real world. Once you got in the door virtually, you need to show what you can do in the real world. People on these platforms use this platform as a way to escape, I think. Because do I agree with everything that goes on these YouTube streets? No, I do not. Do I understand everything that goes on these YouTube streets? No, I do not. I'd be the first one to say that, I don't understand it because it's not logical to me. It doesn't make sense to me. What it does is give people an outlet to vent and to express themselves where they won't otherwise do in the real world. That could be a good thing and a bad thing. And if this information is true that has been going out about Mona Simone, it shows how it could take a negative effect on your life and actually lead to a way for you to take your life. You know, I worked in school systems. I've worked in places where children were constantly, but I've never been one to tell the child that this is the only way to be. I always let them know this is just for the time being. Everything will always be better. Everything will always be different. You don't go through tests without having a testimony. You do not go through things without learning something from it that you can use to advance your life for the better in the future. Um, I try to be positive when I come on camera. I do. Am I always a positive person? No. It takes work. It takes the effort that I put in for myself to become positive. It takes effort that I want to be the best person that I am meant to be, you know, and it's a daily struggle. It's a daily situation that I am happy to wake up and face that challenge on a daily basis. So these YouTube beefs and these YouTube streets and these YouTube situations is never something that I will ever take too seriously. Will I get involved sometimes? Yes, I will. Will I go back and forth with someone? I don't know if I would do that or not, but I won't say I won't because I don't know. It all depends on how I feel on that given day. I made a video previously that's saying that, being nice for me is work. And I stand by that because it is work. Because my nature is to fight. My nature is to defend myself. Because, as a man, as a black man here in America, I don't want to be seen as a punk. I don't want to be seen as someone that can be walked all over. I want to make sure that people understand that, when you step to me, I demand respect. I demand someone around me that has integrity, someone that has, things that I have, the qualities that I have. But in saying that, I have to understand that not everyone is going to be like me. Not everyone is going to hold themselves to the high regard as I hold myself to. And that's okay. It's about choices, choosing to be around people that you are equally yoked with. That's in relationships, that's in friendships, that's in companionships, that is in work relationships and things like that. But you always have to understand who you are first. First, love yourself. I always say that at every end of my video. Love yourself first, then love someone else. Respect yourself first, then respect someone else. I feel personally that if once we start doing that, all these other little distractions that surround us becomes irrelevant. all these little distractions that we have in our lives or in our day becomes obsolete because we know who we are. We love who we are. We are someone that is a positive force in this world, someone who wants to leave this world in better condition than when they were brought into this world. And that's my goal. Every day I strive to be a better person. Every day I strive to be the best person that I was meant to be. I'm not perfect by any means whatsoever. I will never be perfect, and nor do I strive for perfection. Perfection is something that is boring to me. I'm an individual. I'm one of a kind. When God made me, He broke the mold. There will only be one food junkie out there. No one can do what I do. No one can do it how I do it. You know, and another story. I'm a fashion designer as well. So when I was in school, I would tell people all the time, I can give you my fabric, I can give you my patterns, but you will never be able to do it the way I do it, how I do it, and make it look as good as I think that mine's look. And that means that, you may be a better sewer than me, you may be a better drafter than me, a better draper than I am. But the reality is, what I do is what I do, and no one can do it better than me. Who I am is who I am, and no one could be better than me. I just want people to truly understand that where we are at this moment may not be the most pleasant thing, may not be the most comfortable thing, but you're there to learn a lesson. You're there to be the best person you were meant to be. You are there to get something out of that. And when you go into each situation that you come across with that mentality and with that attitude, you're going to find the best in everything. You're going to find the best within yourself. You're going to be the person that you are meant to be, that you are striving to be, that you are longing to be. When I pray, part of my prayers are, God, make me the best that I was meant to be. I don't want perfection. I don't want to be like someone else. I don't want to have what someone else has. Make me the most perfect person that I want and meant and was supposed to be. Those are my prayers daily, you know. So when I come onto this camera, I'm presenting you me. And either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. Either way, I'm okay with that because I'm okay with me. I'm okay with who I am. I'm okay with the flaws I have. I'm okay with the slight speech impediment that I have. I'm okay with you know, being the person that I am. I'm always going to be me. I'm going to always strive to be the best person I was meant to be. I would never compare myself with anyone else. If I have one subscriber, if I have 1 million subscribers, I'm going to come to you and treat you with the same respect as I want to be treated with. I'm going to come to you and communicate with you in a way that I think is effective and that I want to be communicated with. And that's respect. That's with integrity. That's with pride and joy in my heart, love in my heart, with those things. Granted, people may say, "Oh, well, you're not as exciting." Okay, that's your opinion of me. I know who I am. I'm not here to be a caricature for you and for your entertainment. While I want you to be entertained, I rather you be someone that respects me and respect what I do than someone who just likes me because I'm a monkey with a hat on and a tambourine in my hand, shaking it and partying for you, for your entertainment only. It's about building a brand and building a level of respect and respectability for yourself. Once you start off doing something, you have to continue doing that. And once you start changing and becoming who you truly are, people at that point will start either liking you or not liking you, subscribing to you or not subscribing to you. And I'd rather come and present to you who I am from the very beginning to give you that option from the very beginning, opposed to feeling like I've tricked you into something that you weren't ready for, something that you didn't do. I always say in my videos, one thing I would like to say is that I have more videos out than I have views, which is true. I have about over 60 videos out now, and I've only been doing this for about a month, 5 weeks or so. But in doing that and saying that is everything that I come to you with is something that is on my mind and on my heart to come to you with. There are some funny things. There are some things that are serious. There are some things that show you a little bit about my fashion. There's some things that show you about, my cooking, hence the name Food Junkie. And with the name Food Junkie, let me explain to you more in depth what that name means. Food is nourishment for the soul. Food is essence for you to live, survive, and thrive in life. They say a daily breakfast is something that you need every day, a hearty daily breakfast, something that helps you throughout the day, helps you motivate yourself, helps you to get your point across, helps you to be your best person. So when I say food, I'm thinking on those realms. And junkie means something that you need. You need that encouragement. You need that nourishment in your life, that positivity in your life. That's something that people crave. People can't live without. You know, you're chasing something when you're looking, when they call you a junkie, whatever case may be. So that's why the name Food Junkie is so important to me, because I want to give the world food. I want to feed you. I want to feed your soul, your spirit, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual. I want to feed those things in every way possible. I want you to be entertained. I want you to have fun. I want you to listen. I want you to learn something. I want you to teach me something. It's about a back and forth communication and relationship. That's what this is about. That's what this channel is about. This is what the brand that I want to build on. You know, it's not something that is always going to be so salacious that I'm always going to come with you with the daily gossip or the daily nonsense and BS. It's not about that for me. It's about me giving you who I am, where I am. You know, right now, I'm in a space where I am trying to be enlightened. And when things change, I hope it never does, but I'm a constant revolving person. If things change, they're going to change. But you're still going to get the essence of who Food Junkie is. I'm going to always try to nourish you. I'm always trying to give you something to think about, to live on, to survive on, to carry you through. Positivity is something that I try to, work with and work within. Am I perfect? No. Am I going to make mistakes? Yes, I am. But I ask people who watch this video, who's watching it right now, to understand that I know that I'm human. I know that I make mistakes. I know that I am not perfect. I know that I am someone who does not strive for perfection because it's impossible. And I'm not going to, this may sound insensitive, I don't mean it to be insensitive at all. I'm not going to hurt myself or kill myself trying to appease someone else's version of who I am. Take me for who I am, where I am. And I will do the same for you. If you can handle it, thank you. I appreciate it. If you can't handle who I am, where I am, I ask you to graciously walk away and leave me alone. I'm not here to get the big blow up. I'm not here to get 1,000 followers within 2 days. I'm not here to do that. I know how to do that. I know how this internet YouTube thing works. I know that as a small new subscriber, what I do is find a larger subscriber, start a larger content creator, put that into my title, and create beef with them. Hopefully they see it and hopefully that helps me get subscribers. That's not what I'm about. I'm not about trying to do more or be more than who I am. I'm a lot, you know, I'm an awful lot, and I'm okay with that. But sometimes I'm not enough. I know that. Sometimes I keep it so real that it's offensive to some people. But that's just who I am. I'm not here to trying to offend anyone. I'm not here to be negative. I'm not here to clout chase. I'm not here to, you know, get involved in the mix. I'm here to be the best person that I am meant to be and to nourish you and to give you information and to share who I am with you and hopefully get to know you as well. This is a relationship. This is something that I am working towards, something to help build my speech, my public speaking. This is something that I'm using to help build my brand. This is many aspects of my life that I'm trying to combine within this one platform so I can move forward within my life. Yeah, and I just want to come to you with this initial video, live video, I should say, to say thank you for those who are watching, thank you for those who are supporting me, and also to give my condolences to Mona Simone and her family if this information about her committing suicide is true. Don't allow the pettiness to dictate who you are. Don't allow the divisiveness and the ugliness and the bitterness to dictate who you are. First, you have to understand and know and love who you are. Be the person that God meant for you to be, and be that. Now, do we all like a little bit of mess every once in a while? Yes, we do. It is entertaining. But when you engulf yourself in that, that becomes who you are. I have another story. I like these little stories that I have. I've done a lot in my life. I've known a lot of exotic dancers. People call them strippers. I call them exotic dancers. I've known a lot of exotic dancers in my life. I've known some good ones. I've known some bad ones. And when I say good and bad, I don't mean as far as character type situations. I mean as far as actual doing their job and seeing it as a job. Being an exotic dancer is a job. It's an ends to a means, like every other job is. And the ones that I have grown fond of were the ones who understood. You go into the club, you do your 3 sets of 15-minute intervals, you work the room, you get your money, then you get out. Now, the other ones that I try to stay away from are the ones who are doing the things that you hear about, taking people to the back room and doing things that they shouldn't be doing. That's illegal in most states. The difference is one type of personality knows that that is a job, and you're there to get your financial benefits from that job to take care of your life and your lifestyle. And the other side of that coin is people using that stripper or exotic dancer environment as a lifestyle. There's a big difference between someone who goes to work at an exotic club and dances, or someone who think they live and breathe that type of lifestyle. Now, nothing is right or wrong about that. It's about a choice that you choose to make. But understand, when you take that opportunity to be in it as a lifestyle, live fast, die young. That's all I'm saying. And not being dead as far as a physical manifestation of death, but the spiritual manifestation of death. You know, you're when you're doing something that's against your spirit to do, a piece of your spirit is dying every time you do that or create that act. That's from exotic dancing, or that's from creating mess on YouTube. It all depends on how you look at it. Everything in this world is relative. Everything in this world is related. The energy that you put out there is the energy that comes back to you. You need to be able to recognize, understand when you're going too far and where that is taking you. Once you realize that you're going too far and it's taking you somewhere where you don't want to be, you need to have the self control to pull yourself back and not be afraid if you lose people in the process. Because not everyone wants you to be successful. Not everyone wants you to be your best person. Not everyone wants you to be your best self. Be the best person that you were meant to be. Disregard what others say about you. Disregard how other people feel about you. You be your best self. You be the person that God meant for you to be, and allow them to be who God meant for them to be. We can't answer to anyone else but ourselves and to God. When I look in the mirror every day, I'm happy with what I see. I am pleased with who I am. I don't need someone to tell me anything about myself that I don't already know. And the information that I put out there, you can't use it against me because I've given it to you. So I'm comfortable with it. I've accepted it. I did everything I needed to do with that information to be comfortable enough to share it with you. And that goes from me even putting my face out here in front of a camera. A lot of people have videos and sites and stuff where they're blacked out or blocked out, and they do all these despicable things. For what? I may not be able to see your face, but I don't have to. The energy that you put out there is energy that you're going to receive and get back to you. This is my first video, like I said, my first live video with you. So I'm going to keep it kind of short. I want to thank the ones who are watching it. Thanks to the ones who will watch it. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. If you like what you see, please go to my channel, check out some other videos. And if you like those videos, subscribe, share, like, and comment, please. As I always say, Love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and respect someone else. Until next time, this is Food Junkie, and I'm out.